所以呢，我们特别呢，在这一次呢，玉鼎国际的只想 Uncle 的主题日当中，来向呢我们工程师致敬。所以呢，我也穿上了久违的衬衫，戴上了识别证，穿上了长裤，来为呢所有的辛苦的工程师加油！感谢呢他们这么多年来为台湾的经济呢做出呢相当多实际的贡献。再一次感谢大家。那除此之外呢，在今天我们活动也很感谢呢玉鼎国际的一个冠名赞助，所以呢，在我们活动当中有相当多呢精美的礼物要赠送给各位。那新竹玉鼎工程师之所以能够呢在地生根如此的扎实，真的很感谢呢在背后很多人大力的支持。尤其呢今天呢我们可以看到，应该还在忙吧哈，应该还在忙，所以呢穿着西装哦，这个放下公务就直接来到球场的。那我们用最热情的掌声欢迎杨文科县长来到我们活动现场。平常呢，我们县长呢都会穿球衣来，今天应该是公务繁忙，还穿着西装就来到活动现场，所以呢尊称我们杨文科县长，谢谢。
大家好，今天是我们主场非假日的例行赛里面的最后一场。我想在这个今天放假日，大家到这边来欣赏我们的篮球的比赛，是一个非常高兴愉快的事情。那我们也是一个 family， 所以我们希望我们工程师能够再接再厉，再胜一场，然后打入例行赛，再来争取冠军赛。到时候好不好？好，谢谢大家，谢谢。
谢谢我们杨文科县长特别来到我们活动现场。哎，县长，那是你朋友吗？他穿的比你还慎重，他还打领带。后面这位的兄弟朋友，好，谢谢大家。那我们工程师呢支持工程师，新竹人支持在地的球队是天经地义不过了。所以呢，接下来呢要为大家带来呢今天的精彩的开场表演，化身 OL 风来到了我们活动现场，有他们绝对不会迟到的。用最热情的掌声欢迎牧师女孩。谢谢。
上班不要跟我聊梦想，我的梦想就是可以不上班。我想睡到下午1点半，过了怎么就怎么在礼拜三。上班不要跟我聊梦想，我的梦想就是可以不上班。我想睡到下午1点半，过了怎么就怎么在礼拜三。闹钟响起了，我该去上班。小睡片刻，真的起床好难。我是不是可以一直在梦里，怕再吵下去，大家得参加我葬礼。我不想排队等电梯，不想面对午休的人群，不想坐在办公室里看着时间滴答滴。能有什么梦想？只有不上班的愿望。前方没有一点希望，其实我就是个智障。什么钱都扣，什么钱都扣，扣到最后你就是个 Mr. Cole。虾米龙后，虾米龙后，让我下班吧，我就是职业怠惰。
最热情的掌声，谢谢牧师女孩为我们带来精彩的开场表演。在每一次的主题日当中，他们用不同的装扮、不同的舞码来呈现给大家。不要忘记了，在我们年度最佳啦啦队的时候，要将呢您最献身的一票投给呢我们牧师女孩。马上呢要为大家介绍呢今天来访的客队高雄17直播钢铁人球员登录名单。首先登场的是球衣编号1号的李瑞琪，2号刘承彦。球衣编号4号陈佑伟，球衣编号6号邱国章，8号的王绿翔， 球衣编号15号卢哲义，18号林志伟，21号卡麦隆，球衣编号23号瑞米，30号陈冠全，35号丹尼尔。最后呢，为大家介绍球衣编号77号张国维。高雄17直播钢铁人总经理高景言，总教练邱大中，助理教练韩义平、林冠军，防护员黄玉俊、包俊兴，体能训练师陈胜全。We are 新竹 ，We are Lioneers。由于呢，今天的主题呢是只想 uncle 的主题日，所以呢，我们就由呢我们只想 uncle 来担任呢我们今天的活动主角。只想 uncle 呢，就是呢以新竹工程师最辛苦的工程师呢作为呢造型，那只要带上纸箱，带上披风，他就是城市的英雄。所以呢，我们的欢迎呢只想 uncle 为我们带来精彩的表演。最热情的掌声呢，献给呢我们身怀绝技的纸箱安口。接下来呢，也请呢现场的朋友将您的目光锁定大荧幕，请看影片。手机的手电筒，打开你的灯牌，准备呢要来迎接呢我们组队新竹玉鼎工程师球员登录名单。首先登场的是球衣编号0号新竹的黑色闪电，这位张杰伟。球衣编号1号逆风高飞的阿飞施延忠，球衣编号2号攻击范围超广的阿广江广谦，球衣编号3号三分球小王子王子刚，球衣编号7号中距离刺客小黑曾博宇，球衣编号8号不讲理的射手朱云豪，球衣编 号12号持续进化的李佳蕊。陈100号23号坚持到底的不死鸟吕其敏。接着登场的是球衣编号55号禁区硬汉，新竹最狂，火力杯霍利菲。接着为各位介绍新竹预警工程师，先把我的名单，把声音喊出来。工程师，工程师，工程师。首先登场的是球衣编号9号洋将的好朋友小田田浩。球衣编号20号篮板魔人周伯勋。球衣编号6号得分的万花筒克拉。登场的是球衣编号42号风城炮塔泰雅的战士史扬卢冠轩。最后为各位介绍球衣编号4号最强阿贝。总教练米兰，顾问陈志忠，助理教练沈清汉、陈哲宇，体验训练师王德勇、黄胜富，影片分析师郭颖恩，防护员黄建元、欧国宏，总经理张树仁，以及呢领队丽莎姐。
Got rage every day on the inside. The only thing I do is sit around and kill time. I'm trying to blow out the pilot light. I'm trying to blow out the light. I'm just young enough to still believe, still believe. But young enough not to know what to believe in. Young enough not to know what to believe. If I can live through this, if I can live through this, if I can live through this.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, seniors and youth. After a barn burner of a game yesterday, the Hsinchu Toplus Lioneers are at it again today on our Labor Day off here in Taiwan. They welcome in the Kaohsiung 1-7 Live Steelers. A rare midweek back-to-back on account of the day off, and of course the change to the schedule thanks to the national team's participation in the Asian World Cup qualifiers. There's the standings table where the Dreamers are at the top of the pack, 1 game ahead of the Pilots. The Kings right now in 3rd, but only a half game ahead of the Lioneers, who won a huge one against the Braves yesterday. On the Mandarin broadcast, it's Xiaohu, Hu Junqi, and Mark 田文奎。球迷朋友们，你找到了英文转播，要听小胡跟奎哥的讲评，当然就按到中文的转播连接。谢谢你的收看，记得我们 Plus League 的比赛都要按赞。So the Lioneers, a quick turnaround after a 7 p.m. tip behind Micah Freeba's 44 points. They supplemented that with the bench scoring of 17 from Zhu Yinghao, there on screen, and 13 from backup point guard Zhen Boyu to hold off the Braves. There's his face. That game is huge for the implications of the playoff hunt. The Lioneers are now up by 2.5 games, have the 4-win to 3-loss head-to-head advantage. 7 games to go. The magic number to clinch right now is 5. But getting the interview love pregame was number 1, Shi Yanzong. They call Fly. Asked about him taking the go-ahead shot, and then how the team built up a little bit of confidence just before the matchup, having lost 3 straight games. Now the Lioneers, pretty much the same personnel as they'll be keeping Holyfield and Clark in as the 2 imports, and we do expect them to be starting and rotating most of the same cast, but perhaps expanding on that with star guard Gao Guohao and Xiao Sun-yi, most improved player candidate from last season, out for today's matchup.
这一场比赛很重要。那当下的时候，其实我们知道对方的防守都会给艾福伯去施压。那刚好就是我那时候就是有去反映到，因为对方还蛮压迫艾福伯，那我想说去做一个假动作，那去投篮。那命中之后，其实我当下也没有特别什么感想。那我就觉得说是球队赢球比较重要。对，经历了3连败之后，那对于上一场对梦想家，那一场大比分输了。那素文哥其实有跟我们讲一句话，就是要告诉自己没有下一场比赛。那我觉得有可能是因为素文哥这句话的原因，那让我们就是本土就是团结力量增强，就是赢得昨天这场比赛。
Xianzong sharing that we knew that Micah Freeba will be defensively pressured, so just a simple fake, and then he decided to take the shot himself from around the free throw area. Didn't think much about the shot going in, but keeping winning team success in the front of his mind, and saying that Edward Zhang Suren said that they need to play like there's no tomorrow, and that's really what had the local players develop a strong sense of togetherness to face yesterday's game. On the screen previously was the Lioneers bench scoring year over year, with this current season right now averaging 33 points off their bench, and might be big having the new rules in place with the 3rd import who can be on the bench. But in terms of the local players, they have Zhu Yinghao, who's shooting 41% from the bench, only 27% as a starter, and Zhen Boyu, who we mentioned before, he is the only player in the Plus League to have never started a game and averages 20 minutes per game, and his efficiency is also quite good. If you include any players who have had any starts, he is second to the Dreamers' Chen Zhenjie with 11 points per 36 minutes played. There you see Oscar patrolling his half of the court with his teammates finishing up their warm-up shots. As for their imports who come off the bench to score, Earl Clark averages 11.6, Davis 11.7, and Holyfield 8.4 in their off-the-bench splits. Let's turn our attention to the Steelers, where Ravante Rice gets the graphic. First 5 games, only 17 points per game. 30.4 points per game in the last 11 played, and of course seeing that minutes played number there at the bottom row go up from 20 to 42 and shooting at a decent percentage as well. Rice did admit that he arrived at the Steelers a little bit out of shape, but has put a lot of work into his conditioning, getting that up to speed, and so that's how he's able to play at that level. And Micah Freeba said something similar in the recent weeks, saying that knowing that Oscar would be out, he needs to keep up his conditioning. And if he needs to have an increased output in terms of ball handling, in terms of field goal attempts, he needs to have the energy and stamina for it. Lioneers, there you see featuring their flowery patterns, floral patterns from the Haka theme. Kind of a dark purple undertones, and the Steelers will be wearing their gradient red jerseys. Tong Xiuhui, Chen Hongming, and Wang Lichang will be the 3 officials from left to right. That's number 22, 45, and 11. And onto the starting lineups, where the Steelers welcome back number 21, Cameron Clark. He'll be next to Daniel Weber Zhangbowei and Jerry Chen Youwei. And on the Lioneer side, Zhou Boxun, or Rubio, will be taking the start, along with Clark, Nefiba, Lu Guanxuan, and number 9, Tian Hao. A change in the start for the Steelers, of course, who welcome back Clark from injury. There was a game where he was by virtual the only import, with Olu Jobi pressing himself out there for service. And I believe the game against the Lioneers a few weeks ago. Meanwhile, the Steelers might be welcoming them back an import. Hopefully they can add even more scoring punch, as with playing only with Ravante Rice, have seen 2 straight wins a couple weeks ago. Deep tip, and Lu Guanxuan will chase it down. Before this Sunday, they led for about 42 minutes before a late comeback to force overtime against the Dreamers at their place, thanks to Weber Zhangbowei's near buzzer beating 3-point shot on a dribble. Now, in a bit of irony, the Steelers' import injury and their desperation actually started against the Lioneers back on April 13th. Shot missed by Rice, as Lioneers will try to get the scoring started. The next day they had no imports in a game against the Braves, which eliminated them for playoff contention. A 3-pointer made by Lu Guanxuan gets our scoring started off today. The theme for the weekend, or for the midweek I should say, got ahead of myself, is greeting internationals only want to be on call. A whistle and one as Chen Youwei found a little bit of daylight. Both teams will be featuring a lot of man-to-man defense, and that means Chen Youwei will go up against 4th-year player Tian Hao out of Zhenzi University. Only played 140 minutes Tian Hao has on the season, and most of those in this recent stretch without Gao Guohao. Chen Youwei won Plus League Rookie of the Year 3 seasons ago. His problems stem from his lack of consistency with outside shooting. In this game, it looks like Weber will be getting the Fibra assignment. A whistle, off ball. Look at Cameron Clark. He's also done well joining the Steelers, as he set the 4th season up to this point scoring record at 48 right here against the Lioneers in the loss. Ravante Rice has a 2nd record with 46 versus the Braves on April 20th. Ifriba stuck, getting the pass off, and Lu Guanxuan keeping the dribble alive, way over top and in. Had great patience there. He's going to have a personal 5-0 start to the game as Clark fouls from behind on the rebound against Earl Clark. We have a few Davises in the league, and we have a few Clarks too. Over top of shot blocking Ollie Daniel. Block shot by Lioneers, and it will eventually bounce out of bounds. Rice is 46, the second highest individual game performance, and the Steelers have seen that a lot last season. Time running down. It's Jerry forcing the Fibra onto a tough shot. Definitely had the sense it could go in with how hot he was yesterday. Lioneers faking the shot, then to Weber. And a quick foul. Tianhao has several starts in a row, but he's really struggled to stay on the floor, and defensively, he's a kind of a mismatch basically against anybody. Typically in his plus league career been a good assist to turnover guy, but this season 1.05, that's not going to get it done. Rice facing a triple team, kick out to Weber, dribble pull up, yes! Just like his three, shot fake, one dribble right, and pull up. Earl Clark screens as Tianhao getting it out. No, as Rubio pulls down the board, a through pass, a little bit too hot. In transition, Jerry will fire it away, big arc, and it's good. Now the Steelers gain the 8-5 lead. Tianhao with a little daylight as Daniel blocks it and collects his own board. In transition, Rice lost the handle of it. They just say square contact as Jerry recovers. Little 2-on-3 action by the Lioneers there. Now Earl Clark, the first shot in 2 days, nailing it. If you can believe it, Earl Clark, 0 points yesterday. Didn't even take a field goal attempt. Fakes off one, now fires. Good backspin, but no, as Clark, after several tips, the rebound in his name. Guanxuan, he's feeling it. Bingo. Guanxuan, a personal 8 points. And yesterday it was 12 points by Afiba that kept the Lioneers in, considering they were down quickly 7-0. Daniel stuck with it and got the rebound, but dribbles it out of bounds.
Thank you.
He's kind of facing a double team and trying to dribble out of it. Substitution as Zimboyer will check in for Tianhao. There you see, not a bad idea, but need to create a little bit more separation up against Zhou Boxing there. Cut him off good enough. Guanxuan dribbling left, down to Clark. Got one in the air, but ball getting away. It's a turnover. Weber, free lane, lays it in. So the Steelers keeping pace in the early parts of this first quarter. Guanxuan on the switch will roll it over to Clark. And a flare screen, dribble pull up. How about another? Bouncing out for Daniel. He's leading the game with 6 boards as Weber in transition, flush. Hot shooting by the Steelers has been a key in their recent run. They still give up a lot of points, so you need the offense to keep up. There's our new friend, Joker. It's Boyu. Bounce pass is Rubio to the elbow. Got it. Kind of had a little bit of a flashback to Hsinchu's jumper. A little ball fake to a pass fake to a jumper, but very different angle. And of course, on the other side of the gym, anyway, a running jumper, no. Clark's been the best rebounder for the Lioneers. He's got 3 now. Efiba, a quick pull up in transition, but short. You can imagine after 44 points, he might take a little bit to get his legs warmed up. 30 field goal attempts yesterday. Daniel thought about it. Now we'll shoot. Looks like Coach Cho on the Steelers side was considering a substitution, but nobody approaching the scorer's table as the fadeaway is too strong by Efiba. They call him Fepa for his flying acrobatics, stemming from his CBA days. A little bit too much help as Weber, money. Number 77 now with 10 points on the game. Former member of the Braves, even before they were Type A Fubon Braves. Splitting the double, but a whistle comes. It will be the Steelers' 3rd team foul. Have a stoppage in the game for a commercial timeout as the action underway here from Hsinchu.
一起比爱心，好，各种爱心都可以哦。好了，吃东西比较重要了。好，一起比爱心。来看一下大荧幕，被拍到的朋友一起比个爱心。后面那个对鸡排比较有兴趣，来比个爱心。 帅帅，今天最有爱，送你2张。雷迪亚、田螺一起比个爱心。这2位单身，那现场如果也有单身的朋友，想要找女朋友的话，可以呢洽询我这边。
Hearts in the stands, hopefully likes in the YouTube interface for our Hump Day, a Plus League basketball game. Hump Day for Wednesday, being it's the middle of the work week, and that's part of the theme here in Hsinchu, where the Muse girls dressed up in I don't think work appropriate, but work themed outfits. Steelers second to come out of the huddle. Lioneers already out on the floor. Interesting stat, the Steelers are 0-6 this season as the team playing their opponents in a back-to-back. Here's Weber's strong start to the game. Now he's got to chase Viva. A couple dribbles and tap from the side for a block. The Lioneers rotate around. Zhuanghao's in the game. To Viva on the catch and shoot, no problem. Just the sight the Lioneers fans and their coaching staff, I'm sure, wanted to see. So anyway, beautiful spin move and laying it in. Efiba jumped out of position there, trying to slide with him. Zhuanghao and Hsinchu, number 8 and 1, respectively, in for the Lioneers. Another catch and shoot. Efiba feeling it. The Lioneers up by 1. As Clark will try to counter. So close. Transition opportunity, nobody back. As Fly will put it up for a miss. Definitely should have finished that one. With or without the foul there by Clark, who flew by. You say nobody back. There's not no contact, of course, so Steelers don't have a good case. So Clark will head out with, I believe, his second personal foul. No, that's his third. So a good chance for the Lioneers. Hsinchu only averaging 1.9 points per game on about 30% shooting. He's really considered a power forward for the Lioneers, but a couple of free throws, already doing better than that. And don't forget yesterday's jumper. And he was right, FIBA was getting all kinds of defensive attention late in the game. So Pompong fresh in the game to Rice. Got past Hall, the whistle and the bucket. Hall's trying to play him very physically, but eventually got himself out of position there. Michael Holyfield will check in for Clark. Holyfield had only 2 points on 2 made free throws yesterday, so the Lioneers line was so very lopsided in that FIBA scored 44 out of their 46 import points. And on the season, Lioneers import score about 46 points per game. FIBA on the twisting catch and shoot. Kind of on a handoff action there as out of bounds off the Lioneers. So as mentioned, the Steelers have 0 wins when playing their opponents on Sundays and are minus 11.3 points per game, which is somehow worse than their overall season of minus 8.1 on the road. Pilots have a kind of a similar situation too. Anyway, missing the runner, and a couple of Steelers out jump the rebound. Numbers for the Lioneers. Zurian's has got a good look and hits. So a hot shooting open to the game for the Lioneers. That's their 6th made 3. And it's the Lioneers running, the Steelers having to play catch up. As mentioned, Hsinchu yesterday had 17 points on 4 made 3s. Had a game high plus 19.
这个在换防的时候，现在5号位那个不换了，其他的人可以换防。你看啊，麦富博在这，这2个是换防的，是将睡前一个顾外面，一个顾里面，所以这2边是没有道理要来帮的，所以这里换防换得出很大的问题啊。OK， 换防换清楚，换防换清楚。OK， 好，现在那个霍利飞上来卡位卡好。 再来了，我们现在做这个 duck down，duck down，OK， 再来 W，duck 5，let's go，let's go。OK。
Coach Cho Da-zong, his first year with the Steelers after coming over from the SBL. Where we left off, the Lioneers have seen a lot of success in transition. The Steelers really need to hold back on trying to go for those offensive rebounds if it's going to put them at a numbers disadvantage on defense. Now the Lioneers showing a zone look. Pompong in the middle. Backdoor, Chen away down to Daniel. Didn't secure it, and it'll be a turnover. Down low, Chen steals it back. Chen blocked by Holyfield as Lioneers will get that rebound, and down court, it's Holyfield who will hang on to it and score. Good feed from from a long range by the Fibra. Now it's turned to man defense as Weber dribbles right, will fire away, close. Hall from the corner, pass deflected by, that's Bravante Rice. Will take it up, nice and slow. Behind the back, and throwing it out of bounds. That's definitely on Rice. He took his eye off his teammate. Zomboy was quite open, as there you see Jerry thought he was open, but Holyfield rejecting the shot. Michael Holyfield averages about 1.8 blocks per 36, foul down low. There will be bonus free throws coming up.
Team penalty, 将罚中的中，麦克伯不 shot。
So Fibra leads the Plus League in points per game, 22.8 if you count players who've played 20 or more. You need 27 to qualify. About 40% from the field, 82%, almost 83% from the line. It is a candidate for April MVP. We are in May 1st now. 27 points, 29 points, and other Lioneers wins. And he did have a couple of stinkers as well. But considering he's helped the Lioneers to the best record on the month, I think still it deserves consideration. The Steelers have now gone cold. And those games he was minus 20 and 2, but both of those, but considering how the team was playing, it kind of makes sense. Weber not going with a shot, fouled. It's Junior Hall trying to keep up. Junior Hall's second personal. Now to Weber. Sinking that first one. He set a personal career high with 29 points in that overtime game against the Dreamers. Also a season 4 high of 34 minutes and 35 seconds minutes played, or playing time overall. Clark's checked in. He'll be playing alongside of Holyfield. Weber's 6 main three-pointers is the 7th time this season. It'll be a nice steal by Tanyowei off of Xiaohei's and out of bounds. 2 of those 7 performances previously were by Liu Zhenlu, who's, of course, Captain Liu, known as on the English broadcast, but out this season with injury as a little too rough off ball. Foul. Now look at Holyfield running into Weber and caught. He didn't do very much as he was trying to plead, but if you do enough to throw a player off balance, it still counts for something, as Weber calmly make the first. Right now leading the Steelers with 13 points and make it 14. The Lioneers were calling a timeout. Yesterday, 9 minutes and 42 seconds, I recall so vividly that Mitrovic, the Lioneers head coach, assuming the head coaching duty right after the Lunar New Year's, with his team down by 7-0. Let's listen in.
Okay, so, scores, okay? it's zone, it's gone. Hello, outside big pop. Mike, you are here. Blue, you are in the corner. If it's man to man, 0 up. Pop, pop, pass, steal, pass. Okay. So if it's on, 4 is up. If it's man to man, 0. Let's go, come on.
好球！没有签到的朋友也不用难过，可以自己去买，或是等一下再更多的火锅。
Before the action gets started again, a reminder that Plus League's Luanqiwang, or Mr. Popular, we're in stage 2 of voting where the 8 players will go head-to-head for a week. Voting will go from now until Friday, May 3rd on the Plus League line account. So after the timeout, the Steelers indeed giving the Lioneers a 2-3 look, a little back and forth. Zemboyer will launch it for a miss and a tap-in. I think Holyfield will get credit for it. So on the other side, number 1, Li Rui, she lost the handle of it. So Yowei missing the runner, and look what I find, but blowing it up close. So 2 points for the Lioneers, none for the Steelers on a pretty decent look. Pompong, good hands, but a whistle comes. Chen Guanquan, former member of the Taoyuan Pilots, came over in a trade along with Si Jiang, who we don't expect in this game. There we get another look at, looks like Li Rui, he hit it into Holyfield's hand, and then it went in through the cylinder. Holyfield, 4 points, 3 rebounds. Now 5 points, opening up to a 6-point Lioneers lead. Swirling out the second. Number 1, Li Rui is also, in recent days, proven to be a good shooter. Had a very serious motorcycle accident, which led him to be out for a long time. Chen Guanquan, no good. Li Rui in the neighborhood, no, and time will expire. Li Rui is trying to plead for a foul, but late in the clock on a rebound, I don't know. Well, the Lioneers, quick turnaround, but playing with a good amount of energy. They're up 31-25 after 1.
最热情的掌声呢，谢谢了我们瑞迪跟我们纸箱安口，我们带来精彩的演出。那接下来呢，也请呢现场的朋友呢，拜托大家，刚刚大家说呢，牧师女孩第1名要靠各位了，请大家呢现在呢扫描 QR code， 每天都帮我们投票，一起呢投下了你神圣的一票，那帮助我们年度啦啦队真的呢成为呢牧师女孩第1名。那我们场边呢有没有？ 爸爸妈妈带着小朋友一块来看球，然后等一下要玩中场游戏的，然后呢2个人都要穿工程师的服饰，那可以呢从篮下可以投篮投进的哈，要投得进的哈。来第1组，国民老师都还没结婚呢。好，爸爸妈妈带小朋友。好，第2组，第3，还有没有爸爸妈妈带小朋友？好，第4，来后面那一组，第5组啊，后面那个女生跟爸爸，好，谢谢。
Congratulations to the Korean Basketball League's KCC Aegis and KT Sonic Boom for making it to the finals, which is ongoing right now. And they've qualified for the East Asia Super League 24 to 25 season. The Plus League finalists will come out a little while from now. Yureichi, after faking, I'll airball it. So much for first play from the Steelers out of the between period huddle. How about Hsinchu from the left corner? Well, I mean, he put it on the rim. If it's going to be a close game, which hopefully it will be, Lioneers, after losing by an average of 19 points, and Chen from plus range, he drains the three. Yesterday, they really picked up their energy and their focus for what could be the game of the year in terms of standings impact. No looking pass as Holyfield will gather, take the hit, and slam it down. Rotations there. Nice V by Chen. Almost didn't make it to him. And the overpass, it's Yureichi, number 1 shooting over number 1. Jersey number-wise. Meanwhile, the Steelers, in their own way, have kind of also been building up to a close game as well. Hit from the side is a foul, and no, you cannot review a common foul, Rice. And Coach Cho also needs to learn that you can't challenge a common foul, but on the replay, I'd be inclined to believe him. Take away the Steelers' 0 import games lost to the Braves by 29. Their last 4 games have been won or lost by a small margin of only 5.3 points per game. Hsinchu was also a former Kaohsiung pilot. A miss as Clark will get the putback. A whistle as Rice are trying to get the score back right away. Foul. If it's on Zimboyu, that should be a second personal. Rice at the line, getting the friendly bounce. So back in season 3, the Steelers had Jeremy Lin's 50-piece for a victory. That's the #1 individual score performance in league history, and it obviously was last year. And they also had Terrence Jones score 43 points in a loss. That was the 4th highest mark. Olujobi 40, Jones 39, and Jeremy 38 in a victory. Over the top pass as Holyfield lost the handle of it. Has to cut it to 1 possession. Drive kick, Rice from the corner, no. Junior Hall will send it up ahead. An alley-oop, Holyfield didn't get the handle of it, and the Steelers will have a break. 2-on-1, alley-oop for Rice. Don't think we've ever seen that. Lioneers lead is just 2, facing this Steelers 2-3 or 2-1-2 zone. Dumbley on the pull-up, bounces and the score as the referee whistled as well. So if they will count it, it should just be 1 more free throw. Pongpong's second personal, trying to battle it with Holyfield. So obviously you saw Wang Luxiang fall down, and funny enough, it will look like a Lioneers baseline out of bounds, so not 1 free throw. cough it up as Weber. Back to Rice. Through the contact, will get the score. Lexion Junior Hall, who's not a small wing. But I guess he needs to work a little bit harder in the weight room. 8 turnovers by the Lioneers so far. Tianhao fresh in the game, stopping a dribble, turning around and flipping it in. Tianhao reaching and called for the foul. That second white bar indicating 2 team fouls by each team. Things might get faster as Chen Yuwei's subbed out for rookie point guard Liu Chenyan. So far, this second quarter is Steelers 11, Lioneers 9. Rice spinning, and a whistle comes. I think it's Rice trying to take on Junior Hall again as sounds like the Lioneers, either Mitrovic or their bench, going to be called for a technical. Good chance for the Steelers to make some headway. Rice already 8 points, make it 9. Two more free throws, as not nearly as lively a crowd tonight as it was last night. That being said, Rice too strong with a second. Rice from the American Midwest, Champaign, Illinois, his Wikipedia birthplace. Number 18, Linksaway's now kind of patrolling the middle of the court, guarding Clark as the Steelers have changed back to man. Junior Hall dribbling and blocked. I don't know why he took so long to get a release going. Rice behind the back, floating it up and a miss, but on the putback in position for 2 more. Steelers tie it up at 40. The Fever getting by the defenders and lining it up, knocking it down. That was a deep ball. Switching to a middle screen as Liu Chenyan kicks it. Over shot, and Clark will keep it alive for a rebound. A lot of physical play out there right now. Draft screen at Zimble, you're going to the right. Over the top, a miss. That's Clark, too much for Martin to handle. Richie used to go by Mason until his name changed recently. Rice stepping up to a 3 and misses it badly. Sometimes players will get off rhythm by how open they are, especially if they're the top cover on the scouting chart. As Clark, a second made 3. Lioneers back up by 6. Giving Rice space with a Fever in front of him. And an offensive foul. So a big stop by a Fever and company. It's Rice's second personal. Let's look at the footwork. Certainly close. already with a 6-point lead and a chance to build on it. Clark guarding Clark. Down low, Rubio. Pitt had an opening, and Lioneers free throws coming up. Rubio bouncing in the free throw. Already got 3 points on the evening. Went to the same university as Zimbo, number 7, but his high schools rarely heard one in Taiwan basketball. Hongde High School as Weber firing, missing. Eventual rebound to Fibra. Fibra right to the timeline, ball getting away from Clark, a lot of extra pressure. Now taking it from the logo almost, and our special effects jumped the gun there. Cameron Clark hanging on to it. To Abu, his 3 too strong. Steelers shooting has been called as Weber jumping and getting the steal. Clark on the dribble. How about from the corner? That's Tan Hall's spot. And a 11-point lead for the Lioneers, forcing the Steelers to a timeout. In yesterday's game, starting point guard Tan Hall played 13 minutes but had 0 points. He did have 3 assists, as you see Earl Clark's good defensive range there to chase down Cameron Clark's layup opportunity. And Tan Hall, as I said, for 4 years, that's kind of his spot in the gym. But of course, back in the day when FIBA rules had teams shooting on the opposite baskets, first half to second half, that was what turned out to be a dagger for the Lioneers, winning their first ever game in team history. So Tan Hall already points-wise ahead of yesterday's contest. He's already got 5. Lioneers doing a good job matching up as Weber over to Rice. 2 seconds left, spinning and shooting, no. Rivante on the game, 4 of 9 shooting, but no 3-pointers made. The Steelers, as a squad, only 5 of 20 from beyond the arc. They're gonna need that to get back in this one. How about Rubio with a 3? Quickly in transition, a foul, fling it up. It will be a sideline out of bounds. Daniel will check in for Ling Ziwei. He did not play in the Steelers game against the Dreamers, so Weber actually was playing some power forward, and actually not a bad effect. Jamarcus will check in for Tianhao. Zhang Jiewei out of Guangnan Technical University. Clark trying to post up on Lefebvre, who's definitely going to get a flop warning after that fall. Yesterday, on the rarely seen, given a warning and then actually called for a flop, it was Wu Guanshen of the Lioneers, number 42. Daniel will eventually pull down the rebound on a pretty nice dribble move by a big. Rice on Jamarcus, back to Liu Chenyan. He'll try another three, and this time he connects. Liu Chenyan, natural a Southern boy out of Iso University down in Kaohsiung. On the season, actually okay, 8 for 26 shooting three before tonight, but a foul. And it will be bonus free throws coming up. So Lefebvre, after the flop warning, will step up to these 2 free throws. So far on the game, 11 points, 5 rebounds, and 3 assists. Our TV people have 4 assists. Lioneers stadium staff need to keep up. Couple of free throws. The Lioneers back up to a double-digit lead. On the corner, a whistle as Jamarcus trying to plead his case, but number 11 official Richard saying too much arms. So the Steelers will be in the bonus for the rest of 3:29 in the quarter. Rice's free throw shooting motion has looked almost different every single time. Not been such an easy game for him. Marcus up top. Now on the switch as Lefebvre easily getting past Weber and flipping up the layup for a make. That's the kind of threat when he's 3 is going. Had all the daylight in one dribble. Cameron Clark no, as Lefebvre with another board. Yesterday was leading Lioneers with 13. A whistle as he started to move, and more free throws coming up. Boys taking a turn after yesterday. Zhou number 8 for the Braves, had a rough evening trying to guard that man right there. So on the evening, 12 free throw attempts for the Lioneers, 13 for the Steelers. Kind of weird to see Lefebvre not get some love and some generosity from the home rims. That one's in and out. One of the more experienced imports in the Plus League will be turning the big 4-0 this summer. Rice on the Iverson cut, not open even. Driving kick, Weber to counter 3, a whistle. Was hit on the 3-point attempt. Get a look at Lefebvre trying to recover. Hitting Weber in the hip, and so free throws coming up. Weber is one of the better free throw shooters for the Steelers on the season. 82% from the line. So far, 15 points. And 16 leads all Steelers scorers. Holyfield's got positioning down low, but fumbles the pass initially. And an easy steal by Rice. It's got a 2-on-1 to Weber with a two-handed layup for safety. Good bit of a run for the Steelers to cut it to 8. Holyfield screening for Feber to go right. Pass and a skip passes. Jamarcus blocked by Tayowe, but stolen right back. Slow floater and off the bank. Steelers were kind of like me, thinking ahead already. Guanshen fouling Dumble away on the perimeter, and more free throws coming up. There's a little bit of arms. Mostly on that wrap with the left arm, left hand. So far this season series between these two teams, Lioneers 5 wins, Steelers 2 wins, but the point differential only plus 22 for the Lioneers. So it's not exactly been that far apart of a series in aggregate. Good rush by Hsinchu, legally. Viva pushed out to the perimeter. Ball getting away, must have been hit from behind as Ravante Rice. A generous step there. But nothing really out of the ordinary. Holyfield backing out as Jamarcus flinging up a shot for a miss. Maybe that'll be big. Clark through the middle. With a pull-up jumper, wet. Now the Lioneers take their last time out of the half. Their lead shrunken to just 5 points right now. Let's see the step. Well, it's a generous 0-1-2. Definitely would not be legal when I was playing basketball.
Mike, you're on ball. Down. Okay. Ooh, you're here. Okay, you're here. Fly, you are here. Pass goes up. Stop. Fight for alley-oop, Lou. Okay? If nothing happens, Bob, play big. They will catch on him. Sean, throw, find him, okay? You offer self to him to get triangle, okay? Let's go. If it's Sean, play the chorus out, chorus. Yes?
Hope you're enjoying your day off on a Labor Day here in Taiwan. Looking ahead to the weekend, the Lioneers will be hosting games at 2:30, and the Taipei Fallen Braves heading home to play in Taipei with games starting at 5 p.m. Where we last left off, Cameron Clark, his first 2 points of the game on a transition jumper. Steelers man defense, extra shade toward Ifibra as Michael Holyfield blocked by Daniel. Power dribble, losing it, and a whistle comes. Certainly a lot of frustration on the Steelers side. It's going to be Ali Daniel with a personal, his second. He had initially a great block there. You see, that's the kind of talent Daniel has, but over here, might have the argument as Holyfield clinks that first free throw. That's one of those cases where Daniel needs a teammate like Toyoe down there to help create that steal. Rice on a dribble pull-up, short, and the eventual collected by the Lioneers. Toyoe's guarding Efibra, about 2-second shot clock, game clock difference. Dribble right, it's got some daylight, a whistle comes. I'll have to earn it from the line. So Holyfield 1 for 2, Ravante Rice missed jumper, and now Efibra at the line. It's been a good, just about a minute stretch for the Lioneers, albeit maybe a little slowly. Efibra already putting in a very solid stat line, 17 points, 6 rebounds, and 4 assists. 2 for 2 free throws as Lioneers will bring Earl Clark in for the last 9 seconds, but on a switch and mismatch, as Cameron Clark rising and firing with a tough jumper. And the Lioneers will take a 8-point lead into the locker rooms, trying to win on back-to-back games here at home. Evening game following a night game, not easy, but the Lioneers right now controlling this ride. We'll be back with halftime analysis after this.
方法很简单，等一下呢，我们各组呢就是爸爸妈妈爸爸先，小朋友先都可以。3分线外运球上篮进了，然后球传回来给你的队友，然后再投进，一样，也可以上篮就好了。然后投进停止计时，好不好？来，来你先好了，你们看起来呢，明君最大，看起来最厉害的，好不好？ 工程师，你最喜欢哪一位球员？最喜欢高国豪。好，来，知道游戏规则哈，运球上篮，或者是直接在这边投也可以。直接在这边投最快，不用浪费时间。然后呢，回来再传给爸爸，好不好？来，准备喽！来，计时预备 ，1, 2, ready go！ 爸爸加油！好进！14秒，14秒，来，手给我，来换下一组。14秒，来，那换，好，好。平常有喜欢打篮球吗？那工程师，你最喜欢哪一个球员？最喜欢艾夫伯，好，加油！要跟艾夫伯一样准。来，给小朋友掌声加油一下。 来，预备 ，1, 2, ready go！ 小朋友的成长只有一次，请各位给他们最正面的加油。好，进，18秒10，好，来换下一组，来。 不是，来，一起啊，好。爸爸篮球打得好不好？
还 OK， 不错。
哦，不错，不错。那爸爸当第一棒吗？好，爸爸当第一棒。好，当爸爸能不能够在这个家庭拥有呢至高无上的地位，在小朋友面前展现他有多厉害，这时候就是关键了。来，预备。1, 2, ready, go!
Welcome back to the broadcast. A little father-son layup competition going on the court. Waiting on the halftime break in the matchup between the Kaohsiung 1-7 Live Steelers here at the Hsinchu Toplus Lioneers home court. Xiaohu Wu Junqi and Mark Taehonkhui on the Mandarin broadcast. Ryan Chen, yours truly, here on the English broadcast side of things. Reflecting on the first half, as we can guess, this is a high-scoring affair so far, as in the last 3 games between these two teams, every game has been 100 points or more, an average of 110.3 points between these two teams. There's the combined team statistics so far, with the Lioneers shooting quite a bit better, a little bit better from the three-point line, I should say. The Steelers, okay, but like I said, need to be better, and it's not easy to score inside against Holyfield, Earl Clark, and of course Micah Fiba's hustle as well. Getting to the highlights from the first half of play so far. Lioneers have been doing well spreading the wealth. As you can imagine, they're going to count on really everybody in a quick back-to-back game like this. All 9 players who have made it on the floor have scored. Micah Fiba doing most of his work at the line will bring leading scorers in this segment. Meanwhile, on the other side, it's consecutive games that Ravante Rice and Weber Zambulwe have been carrying the lion's share of scoring. Weber, of course, being the primary defender of FIBA. Not an easy job today. They've also had Weber get involved in ball screen actions, which he usually never have any opportunities being a wing shooter, wing scorer. Now, it is understandable that in his return to action, first in several games, Cameron Clark still kind of working to get his way up to speed, or shall I say back up to speed. He's so far trying to get on the leading scorers board as Weber Zambulwe leads them with 19, Ravante Rice 15. He's still looking for his first three-pointer made. Taehonkhui starting point guard with 8 points. Chen made a very deep three, and Liu Tengyin, backup point guard for the Steelers with a three-pointer. Over on the Lioneer side, FIBA leading them with 8 points. Clark has got 8 on a couple of made threes. Chen starting shooting guard, 8 points. Michael Holyfield also has 8. Message from the Muse Girls in the next segment. Thank you for joining us on the broadcast. Be sure to leave a like, but I will be taking a break. And back to the second half in action in about 8 minutes.
欢迎大家来到玉鼎国际只想 Encore 挑战主题周。今天由小田对上冠轩的 Encore 挑战赛。那我们请1号挑战者小田先趴下。小田4秒4。接下来我们请2号挑战者冠轩趴下。5秒68，慢吗？这么慢？最后小田以1秒差距击败冠轩。这2天在主场的最速挑战者就有机会得到球员亲签的证件挂带哦。
Hello， 大家好，我们是 News Girls， 我是小印，我是玲玲，我是诗雅，我是 Joy。年度啦啦队票选活动正式开跑，请大家把神圣的一票投给牧师女孩。除了年度啦啦队以外，还有人气王票选，大家也一定要支持我们哦。
最后，今年还有啦啦队新人王的票选，我跟91还有斐奇都是 P.LEAGUE 的啦啦队新人，请大家一定要投给我们哦！
耶，投给我们！
We're in game 104 of our Plus League 120 game Odyssey. A rare occasion of a evening game following a night game, which is what the case we have here for the Lioneers, who are handling it well. Right now with a 8-point lead before the start of the second half. Now the good news for the Steelers, the Lioneers in 3 games against the less than full staff Steelers have won all 3, but by a total of only 9 points. So by that logic, it still will be a close game toward the finish. But they really need other players besides
Okay.
Number 77, Weber, and number 23, Revante Rice to step up.
Come here to have this triangle. Okay.
They right now have a combined
Probably they will catch so little bit
34 out of the team's 53 points.
Okay. You have your local.
Meanwhile, on the Lioneers side, besides Mike and Fibra, the rest of the squad has actually made 6 of 11 three-pointers, and that's a big reason why they're ahead of the game. Now, the funny note is 1, 2, 3, 4 of those three-point attempts and misses were by guys who've only taken one shot. So on one hand, you can say, like, well, it's good that they all had an attempt.
You go both screen for
You're kind of
one.
wondering
Rice.
what kind of form they will be back in the second half.
Okay.
Of course, they're playing a back-to-back. Everybody's
Downtown.
working on a different kind of workload. For example, Jamarcus was a DNP in yesterday's game,
Right? So camera, go
but Si Yenzong
both
played 13 and a half very important minutes yesterday. Total of 4 points, 1 rebound, and
Okay. So now you put 3
had the tough time trying to match up either to Ira Zaitsev or Chris Johnson at 5 personal.
Okay. 我们把那个篮板做好，5个人卡位看好，抢不到球。
To my amazement, not seen yesterday's starter Heavenly gyrate at all.
Okay, guys, hey, let's go, let's go, let's go.
第9排站起来，北区第9排所有人站起来。有站起来的朋友，记得赛后拿票，拿您的票。
Lioneers with the same starting 5 as the first half. And the Steelers with their same starting 5. It is a little bit chilly in the arena. It is, at least right before the game started, raining, pouring outside. Double, triple team on Fibra as they swing it down to Clark. He's got Tanyaway on the block. Daniel with the help. Skip pass, Tianhao swings it. Fibra's got to catch and shoot. Big bounce, and Cameron Clark will pull it down. Weber to Rice. Flinging up, thinking he got fouled. Tap rebound to Fibra. Right away matched up to by Revante Rice. Shen, he's got an open look, and he hits the 3. Kind of like the first half of the game, the start of the game. Shen in the first half had 8 points as Cameron Clark from the painted area, he counters with a 2. Rubio going baseline, had an angle, and flipping it in nicely with a finger roll. Got an easy step against Daniel there on the baseline. Lioneers initially out of position as Rice will fire away. Still can't make it as Daniel up close, but ball stripped. Turn away to Rice. A quick 3 by Weber and a foul. A horrible contest. And somehow Lu Guanxun also got bounced back. This is a player that's so hard to understand. Did he hit the LEDs or something? So Lu Guanxun has been proven to be a good scorer and a smart player for the Lioneers, but there's also situations like yesterday's flop and that very bad contest that I don't quite comprehend the logic of his game. Good chance for the Steelers to close the gap. Another make. Zhangboy now up to 22 points. Didn't get nearly enough playing time, in his opinion, as a member of the Braves' first championship team. Tianhao back to Lu Guanxun, missing the runner. Almost a steal in the front court, but space for the Steelers in transition. A back pass blocked. Still 14 seconds left. Norway, he's got to catch and shoot, and nylons. Cutting the gap to just 5. Clark stepping up the screen. Quick double team, ball getting away as Ifiba keeping it alive. A strip from the sides and a one-man fast break. One-handed flush by Rice. After an alley-oop, I believe his second dunk of the game. And an early timeout by the Lioneers. There'll be a lot of this for the rest of the game. Double if not triple team on Mike Ifiba for the Lioneers.
说一下呢，新竹人这礼拜的新生，来，你是上班顺畅还是塞车超过1个小时？来看一下大荧幕。你们上班会塞车吗？上班会塞车吗？好，上班交通顺畅。好，副总说上班交通顺畅。 哎，两位看起来像是工程师的朋友，上班交通顺畅还是塞车超过1个小时？塞车这么久，来，爸爸，你上班呢是交通顺畅还是塞车呢？塞车。啊，你们边吃的时候可以告诉我们，你们是塞车还是交通顺畅？好，塞车。东啊，你哪有塞车？哦。
So interesting question, because for the most part, at least for someone like me who lives in Taipei, being stuck in traffic for an hour is not the case. So the question, do you have a smooth commute or are you stuck in traffic for an hour? Left and right respectively, trying to figure out the, do an audience poll. When we last left off, Devontae Rice had something of a block or a steal to a coast-to-coast score, and Coach Mitrovic early timeout. Flip pass, Rice stole it from Clark. Trying to beat him. And Cameron Clark with the stuff. So another opportunity where the Lioneers don't even get a shot up and the Steelers score in transition. They whistle as Daniel a little too physical with Clark. His third personal. Gonna look at Rice, anticipate the pass. Another whistle. If it's on Daniel, that's his fourth personal. I'd like to get another look at that one. Well, yeah, he was the guy. Stay in the game for now as Rubio initially posting up. Steelers featuring his zone. Somehow leaving Mike Ifiba wide open and a miss. Rubio on the putback, so that's probably the worst zone defense we've saw all year. Cameron Clark flying across the lane, no call. As awkward Ifiba dribble will be eventually called a turnover. Lost a sneaker, and perhaps that's why. Looks like Fibra will be redoing his entire lace set on that shoe. So far in the third quarter, it's 12-7 for the Steelers. Lioneers with 3 turnovers. Steelers have none. Levante on the catch, beautiful rainbow. And we have a 1-point game. Overload on the side as Tianhao launches from deep and downs the 3. Assist to Fibra, good answer by the Lioneers. Over the top, Cameron Clark, easy make. So did I say this would be a high-scoring game or did I not? Over the top, but good defense by the Steelers. Fibra thought he was held. Weber keeping the dribble alive. Easy block by Clark. Not just asking for trouble. Rubio through the middle. Will hit the layup. Nice find by Tianhao. So Kaohsiung quickly up to 10 points. There's a whistle as Tianhao will record his somehow 5th personal foul. Getting a look at that hit on the elbow. Yeah, can't get away from that. So Cameron Clark sinking the first. As I mentioned, he's been hurt for several games. And I'm sure was playing hurt before, so in the Plus League, we do not have a developmental league or a farm to have players rehab and get up to pace, so you do it in practice and you have to do it in games. (72-73) is the score as Tianhao will head off for Zhenbo and certainly played a lot better in this third quarter, so maybe Coach Mitrovic wants to save him for later. Clark down to Holyfield, but stripped from the side and a whistle comes. Gonna be on Weber, his 3rd personal, and the Steelers' 3rd team foul. Quick double team on Holyfield as he dishes out. One shoot, too easy. Shoot now up to 14 points. Weber over to Clark. Pick and pop, and a butter. Going down smooth. Cameron Clark's now up to 13 points. Okay, 5 of 11 shooting. Joker, a wild shot through the lane. Earl Clark cleaning up the mess. Hall, beaten by Rice, whose jumper's off. Pom-Pom rushing out the board. Going baseline, tough shot on the way. Four of the Steelers on the floor right now actually have got double-digit scoring. Holyfield's slow possession is going to leave that one short. Again, the Lioneers not choosing to get Adair Davison as Cameron Clark reigns in a three. That one's in and out. Team rebounding by the Steelers, who've got space and pace. Clark, crossover, pulling up, no. I thought it was definitely smart for him to cross over, but Holyfield kind of came in there late. Multiple switches by the Steelers. Hsin hit one, and I don't know if that touched anything.
勇敢出手就是一件好事，先给我们太阳勇士的卢冠轩再加油一下。
The Steelers in this recent run have seen a lot of success thanks to their all-switching defense. Anyway, popping out for three, almost. Long rebound to Pong Pong. Give and go as Chen will lay it in. Assist to Clark there. Definitely had the Lioneers stopping and staring. Steelers up by one. Hall over the top. Holyfield taken out of bounds. Good defensive help by Weber. Previously was called for a foul. So Lioneers baseline out of bounds 5.6. There's what I'm talking about. Up close, Holyfield from the free throw area and a whistle. Just a little bit too aggressive by the Steelers defenders. If that's Rice, that's his third personal. And probably a little overdue. Hsin heading out. Certainly can understand if he's got a little bit of fatigue. To Wang Zigang, number 3, or Prince. Was a DNP yesterday. Pretty decent shooter. Hall off the backboard. So what was looking like a Steeler stop turns into Hall's 4th and 5th points on the night. Cameron Clark, tough layup, but stopped. Hit from Levante Rice's Holyfield will slam it down, but player down is Zemboy. And definitely a suspicious stop of the play as Zemboy was blocked there, but the referee's granting a stoppage. Well, the game right now is 3 points. The block was clean. It's certainly understandable that the Lioneers perhaps want the referees to get a look at a possible violent swing by Rice. In FIBA basketball, you can't assess unsportsmanlike after the fact. As of right now, the referees won't be going to the monitor.
Hey! Oh, Prince, you are with the ball. Horns on zone. Keep the ball on 60 degrees. Earl sets good screen, pops. Every time when the ball is in his hand, it's over.
Daniel, Holyfield here. 如果在这，你来好了，要不要？放1号位。Okay. So one man will go trap. Okay. Right, this way, no. 这边不帮了，这边没有帮。All right, if Holyfield in the low post on this way. Red one man non-shooter, he go trap. You guys stay your man, okay? Got me? If this way, this side, keep the 1-on-1. Here, 1-on-1. Here, red one. Okay, now guys. Good. We put in motion.
All right? It's supposed to be done. If I jump again, I will be ejected, and then can't hit you. I know. But they are really funny. They are really funny. They don't let us play. Hey!
So after the timeout, looks like Demboyu is okay again, though. Breathing a little bit heavier.
好，我们自己手起来。
Rice crossing over, swinging it to Pong Pong. He thought about it. Dribbling against Holyfield, putting up a wild shot, and it's kind of hard to believe Chen Guancheng used to be a national team player. Demboyu from plus range, leaving it short as Holyfield over the top for a board. Time running down, that's Daniels' 5th personal foul. So, by the Steelers locals, easily the worst offense than defensive possessions. Free throws to get a little bit of breathing room for the Lioneers. Rice spinning through traffic and off the window and in. Three defenders there. Good answer by number 23. Wang Zugang clanking the 3. Was a DMP in the first half. Out there to guard Chen Yongwei. It's going to give him a step. Over top pass to Clark, closed down by the Lioneers. 10 seconds on the shot clock. He spins, dishing to Chen Yongwei. That one's in. So the Steelers hanging in tough. Over the top to Holyfield, stop initially, taking a 4-shot bounce, miss, and Clark on the other side with the board. Over to Ravante, wide open, no. Referee's definitely letting contact go both ways on these rebounds. A minute to go in the 3rd quarter. Cameron Clark lining up a big 3 himself, and that one's just gonna bounce to Earl Clark, so Lioneers, again, trying to find that breathing room. Hall cross matched up on Pong Pong. Dribbling right. Getting some contact and cashing it anyways. And that's definitely basket interference, even if it might have not gone down. And so if it's for Clark, he's quickly up to 18 points. If not for holding the rim, the basketball hit the backboard. Well, I guess no. The basketball has to hit something for it to be a basket interference situation. DJ's music turned off. 6 seconds for Demboyu. Kicking it away. 2 seconds for the Steelers to perhaps execute a full court score. Pong Pong from 3/4 court, not quite. So a good third quarter by the Steelers, and they cut the Lioneers' lead to just 1 point heading into the fourth and final frame of this one from Hsinchu.
来3个爱心。要吃宰酒的在哪里？要动起来哦！来，一起来哦！拍拍接电话，很好。 要吃宰酒的在哪里 ？Go go go， 一起来！工程师，要吃宰酒的在哪里 ？Go go go！ 球鞋的在哪里？东区的。
Plus 球迷朋友们 ，All My Basketball 是我本人在 Ivy Bar 学英文吧，教你篮球的英文术语，欢迎大家点资讯栏的链接一起学习。 Lioneer staff checking out the box scores, and if you're following along the game on the Plus League website, pleagueofficial.com/game/526, the Steelers 0 turnovers in that third quarter. Lioneers 5 turnovers, now equaling 12 rebounds apiece. But they're starting to emerge a new problem. Cameron Clark 16 points in that 1 quarter alone. 6 of 10 shooting and throwing 3 of 3 free throws. Steelers will also start the fourth, with possession over the top to Clark, the man, shooting above Holyfield off the mark. There was a long stretch. Lioneers did not go with Micah Febro. Joker there, found a little crease. Monte Rice spinning 3, no. Lioneers, there you see their lineup. Prince and Junior Hall out there. Tim Warrior from mid-range. So a personal 4-point run has built the Lioneers lead to 5. Cameron Clark gonna go to the shot and forced into a miss. Take foul by Jerry as the Steelers have kind of fallen apart here. Just like that, substitutions for the Steelers to go smaller. That is the weirdest lineup for the Steelers to have Chen Guanquan and Ling Ziwei in. Ivra going baseline, found a lane, but then his shot hung on too long. It's gonna go be a block shot and out of bounds. 11 seconds for the Lioneers. early whistle. I'm assuming it's 智伟 against Holyfield.
10号林志伟要传回工程师球。
Up close, Julian switching hands, and a basket for him. After a good game yesterday, Julian got 9 points. However, he's at the free throw area, and another miss. Steelers, after a good third quarter, have been held scoreless so far through 2 minutes. An alley as Holyfield blocked by George. So in transition, Chen Youwei's floater finally points on the board for the Steelers. Fibra on the double team. Shin with rest. Pierre with a jumper. Up to 17 points for number 42. Over the top, George will try to answer with a 3. That one's halfway down but out. Getting the feeling that it's not exactly the Steelers game in transition. Just off. Clark, given a step, will slow it up. And back step with Holyfield guarding him. The rest of the Steelers cleared out. A deep 2 on the way, and a crashing foul by Holyfield on the contest. Kind of just knew Clark would go to the pull-up at some point, but Holyfield contesting and spitting, that's usually a recipe for a foul. And just like that, Clark will come in. Holyfield's 10 points, 13 boards, 2 personal fouls. Nothing but net on the first. Clark's got 19, 6 rebounds, and 3 assists. Born out of Phoenix, Arizona. Swirling out the second. Fibra driving right, losing the handle of it. Ricochet to a Lioneer as 5 seconds left. Julian from 40 feet. 10-point Lioneers lead. 8.5 to go. There you see the 3-point shooting for the 2 teams. Weber trying to correct it, and another score for Zhangbo, stroking it from deep. Giving it up. That's Hall making one. Monte Rice had that rebound slip through his hands. The Steelers match up. But down low, Clark almost slipped his hands. So the Steelers running out of juice as Coach Cho calls timeout. 7:31 left on the clock, but the Lioneers creating some separation against the Steelers.
咚咚，铃了铃铃的8 AM。
In the last 5 games, Steelers local players have shot 38 percentage points from the field. That would be top 3 in the neighborhood of the Braves and the Kings, who have had the most efficient local scores, but so far struggling in this game. And the Lioneers eventually just breaking the Steelers all-switch defense there. Earl Clark now up to 12 points and 16 rebounds, so a big bounce back performance by him and Holyfield on a back-to-back. So out of the timeout, personnel change for the Steelers is Hsinchu, but immediately Rice slipping as Earl Clark with a big windmill there. Hsinchu tasked with guarding Hall on this trip. Falling a step behind as they blitz. Hall down to Earl Clark. Got a step, flipping the layup for a miss. It was kind of thrown off balance. Up close and no. Ifibra racing ahead. 2 on 3 at Toyoe, another tap steal. Heading the other way, Rice lining up his 3 short. Toyoe, more stats for him as Cameron will give it a try. That's rattled in. So the Steelers, a good answer out of the break. Hall, whistle comes, flipping it up almost. It will be 2 free throws. And the Steelers' 3rd team foul. So keep an eye out for that. Getting a look at Clark. Getting slipped behind by Clark. And a funny moment for the MC to say it's 2 points just the same. Hall splashing the free throw. 195-centimeter wing player out of the outer island of Jingmen. Tian Hao is back in the game for Zhen Boyu. Immediately, Toyoe going at him. Now, Steelers staying with their switch as Clark maneuvering through a crowd and the whistle comes. More free throws for the Lioneers. Between Hsinchu and Weber, anticipating Clark to pull up, and instead he dribbled. Breaking that first one. Clark has 1 more free throw. Out of Plainfield, New Jersey. Looks like split action there, but it's Clark dribbling, spinning, fouled. There's a little bit of extra stuff going on. One Mr. Clark to another. Definitely could see that Cameron Clark was determined to get a shot off. Talk about the explosive scoring of Cameron Clark, 25 points on the game after being held to just 2 in the first half.
Let's go Lioneers! Let's go Lioneers! Let's go Lioneers!
baseline jumper. Rice in the middle of everything, Euro stepping, floating it up for a score, and the Steelers find themselves down by just one. Earl Clark wide open, but nobody hits him on the pass. The Lioneers set up a one-on-one. Kaohsiung miss, and good board by Chen. Now flying out of bounds. Or I guess pushed out of bounds. Definitely sensing some fatigue and lack of concentration by the Lioneers now. Through pass to Clark, but he'll dribble it and then take the shot. Just catching the rim. Fibra with a little bit of space. Screen by Zhongyuan on the switch. Lined up the 3 for a miss. That's 3 straight. He's forcing one, getting his own board. Look what I found. Trading a 3 for a 2 is not the worst thing in the world, as the Steelers now up by 1. Now facing a deficit, it's awfully quiet in here. The Fibra going baseline, maneuvering around one, shooting around another. So that bit of rest in the third quarter certainly did him well. The Fibra played only 5 minutes and 22 seconds, and it was mostly in the start. Here in the fourth, Ravante lining up a 3, put a lot of arc on it, but it's Tianhua who will slow it up. Now to Fibra, dribble, through 2, a whistle comes, and the ball bounces out. Yureichi definitely not happy that he was the one hit in the face, but a foul was called. So you want to play basketball. Fibra only 2 points in the second half. He's only taken 5 shots. Don't forget, he's scored a lot from the line. In the third, he only took 2 shots, grabbed 2 rebounds, had an assist. So would be good game management by him and the coaching staff. 2 for 2 as the Lioneers lead is now 3. Now bumped out of the way as Chen flinging up a wild shot. We're under 3 minutes now. Skip pass, Symbol, you're in the lineup again. Yuba losing his balance, and a foul called. It's gonna be on Rice. There you see the hit to the arm. For Rice to put up his hands like he didn't do anything, well, he definitely did something. I'm sure, again, it's one of those, if I didn't get a call on the other side, so I'm going to do the same on this side. Holyfield in for Earl. So if Fibra, with his good free throw shooting percentage, will consistently put points on the board for the Lioneers, that'll serve him well down the stretch. Definitely concerning for Coach Cho is perhaps the scoring only coming from Cameron Clark and Levante Rice, who is 0 for 4 shooting the 3 in this frame. Overall in the game, 0 for 10. How about Reichi in and out? Cameron pumping, missing, ball in the air, and Zhenboyu just in the right spot. As the Lioneers look to put this one away. Weber denies the pass. The Lioneers will burn clock. Holyfield goes to the screen, gets the switch. As Afriba catching and shooting, rolling it in. Burying the Steelers, 112 to 104. Just knew some of the switching action. And just a little bit of movement will create the space that the Afriba could get for the catch and shoot. And of course, with his plus range, a very tall cover for anybody. There's his quarter-by-quarter scoring, 9 points here in the fourth. Four of those coming at the line, so Afriba getting a lot of momentum and rhythm. So far, it's been a 9-point run, all by Mike Afriba. So as the Steelers went ahead 104 to 103, Afriba scoring over 2, then 4 free throws and a 3-pointer later. Right now, clearly the best player out there on the floor. Daniels in the game as Cameron Clark going against Fly. Another 4th shot, rebound. Rice, foul first. The Lioneers did have a foul to give. So curious defensive personnel choice by Mitrovic, and Tehan will come off with his 6th personal. And Lupa and Chen will take his place. Weber from the post. A lot of traffic as he spins baseline. Hard rainbow, no. Steelers don't have a lot of time. Need to get the basketball back. Afriba building some momentum, but losing the handle of it. Jerry can't get it, now on top. The arrow is right now pointed toward the Lioneers as time expires, but Fly with the steal and the pass. Ball ahead. And more scramble as Daniels got it, but lots of time coming off the clock. Numbers ahead for the Steelers. Need to make anything. Weber, no. Out of bounds off the Lioneers. But they've survived the last minute without allowing a Steelers point. Incredible hustle by the Lioneers out there. Now that's what you talk about, playing like there's no tomorrow. Rice down low, foul from behind. Add them up. 2 more free throws will make it a 2-possession game. So we are not done yet. Rice is trying to find some rhythm back again. 25 points, 26 points. Like I said, the Steelers needed any kind of score, and that Weber missed 3 definitely hurts. As they had what was essentially a 3-on-1. Clock is counting as Lioneers eventually inbound, and Joker will stop his dribble to fly over to Lu Guanxuan. So they break the Steelers' trap, facing another one. Lu Guanxuan in between 2. Not to worry, they're burning clock. Ifriba down to fly, blocked by Daniel. So a Steelers stop, but time came off the clock. Good deflection by Joker, 37 seconds on the clock. A whistle, Taniaway up. They won't count it. So the referees will have a conference about it. Get another look. If it's Lu Guanxuan, then I definitely think the Steelers might have an argument. Taniaway's got to make 2. The first one is in. Taniaway's had previous games where his missed free throws cost him the game, but 2 for 2, they're still alive. It's the Lioneers now calling timeout. 34 seconds on the clock. As long as they can avoid a trap, even taking a 24-second violation would not be to their huge benefit. But let's listen in.
Mike, you are here. Move. Okay. Joker. Screen for Mike. Okay. In the moment of the screen, appear here. No. Blue, you will have him also on the pass. Mike, from this just grab it from him and then out. After screen, pop out. Blue, you have him also. And go for handle. Okay?
So far, it's taken just about a minute and a half for the Steelers to make back 4 points on what was a 8-point Lioneers lead. Now facing a -4 situation. Lioneers ball on the baseline. The Fever looks like the initial target. We'll get it back. The double team comes quickly. As an overpass, Levante Rice with his easy 2 points, and a disaster for the Lioneers. Deep pass all the way down court. Zembui overhead to Holyfield, so a 2-point counter. Just about 9 seconds came off the clock. Not the worst thing in the world. A take foul as free throws coming up. I don't think that's the right decision. So all things considered, the Lioneers are really, I can say, wasted 13 seconds just to put Cameron Clark at the line. Cameron Clark's 27 points in his first game back in a while. 28. Holyfield maybe would have been a good fouling target, but down the sidelines, flipping a forced pass as Joker going to Ifriba. That layup is good. So again, 4-point game. Full court inbound. Jerry over to Rice, floating it up for a miss. Daniel in the area, but Holyfield almost in the board, and ball going out of bounds. Lioneers basketball. So some deep passing has really done it for the Lioneers to that front left corner. Steelers won't foul. Game is over. Lioneers take 2 victories and push their clinching number to 4. The Steelers give them credit for having another gritty performance, but it's the Lioneers who show their medal on back-to-back games. And unlike yesterday, they really spread the wealth around. Talk about their import scoring. Of course, the Freebirds got 29, but Earl Clarks and Holyfield bringing 25 of their own really pushed the Lioneers over the top. Don't forget, Lu Guanxuan, 5 made threes. And good free throw shooting from both teams really made an exciting contest through and through. So in a little sneaky way, the Steelers made a lot of progress in the third, +7, but Micah Freeborough was resting. The Lu Guanxuan on the headset. Asked about being the inbounder.
刚才教练就是要让我们的麦去接球嘛，所以他叫我去发球，所以就是这样。
Lu Guanxuan said, my target was for the Fibra. That was pretty much it. Now asked about the team communication.
因为大家都知道战术怎么跑嘛，练习跑过，所以我们在这战术很熟悉这样。
Guanxuan saying it's something that should be smooth operating as they practice it. Now asked about previously being teammates with Ravante Rice in a different league, different team.
因为我们之前在打太阳的时候，我们练球的时候都是会这样，就是分开嘛，我们就会互相的去得分这样子，对啊。
And Lu Guanxuan revealing that he and Rice would always be on different teams, and so there'd be a lot of back and forth scoring. Now asked about ball screens.
没有，其实就是教练叫我就是保持自己的进攻欲望，所以我就尽量就是今天不要去想太多，就是尽量去得分。
Guanxuan saying that the coaching staff has told him to stay confident, even if it's now dribble pull-ups instead of catch and shoots. Now asked about Lioneers spreading the scoring.
每一场都是靠老公，然后自己分数一定要跳出来，所以我觉得这2场大家分数发挥得很不错，这样。
And Lu Guanxuan crediting his local player teammates for playing well in 2 consecutive games. So we'll be going to break before our final analysis after this.
连胜很不容易啊，然后谢谢球迷踊跃的进场。之后的礼拜6日也是需要你们的支持，让我们能够晋级季后赛这样。
那香港的朋友还有在现场吗？香港的朋友，来这边来帮我们颁奖，欢迎呢。今天特别从香港的来支持呢工程师的，请2位呢担任我们的颁奖嘉宾。那我们颁奖呢给了我们冠轩。小野。未来呢，卢冠轩有专属的音乐了，《太阳战士》卢冠轩，谢谢。那接下来冠轩呢带领了队友呢，跟场边的朋友一起击掌，利用了我们泰雅族欢乐歌来感谢呢今天到场的所有的球迷朋友。再次的谢谢呢我们所有的支持家的朋友。5月4号、5月5号，南港国家女子足球日，也请大家
elations of the victory with the fans in and around the stadium. And of course, the biggest hero for the Lioneers is Box Uncle, or Uncle Box, their secondary mascot, representative of the engineers here. Coming up for the Lioneers, they'll be home for the weekend on Saturday. They host the Kings. Meanwhile, the Braves will have the other home arena, home situation against the Steelers on Saturday, but at 5 p.m. The one big key you can see from the box scores is the Lioneers, in a very serious way, had the rebounding advantage. And in a game where the Steelers were very scrappy in the end, cashed in 28 points on free throws. And that rebounding margin really made up for how the Lioneers were a little bit sloppier with the basketball. 20-6 turnovers according to our Plus League website. And the Steelers, you really can't fault him, as he's been such a hero for their squad. But Ravonte Rice 0 for 10 from deep, while the rest of the squad was still shooting 36% from the outside. So on behalf of Xiaohu and Mark on the Manor broadcast, I've been Ryan Chen, and thank you for watching the broadcast. We'll see you guys in the next one.